Alright, so here we are with the Scarlett 2i2. This end of the XLR cable, alright, with 3 pins, 2, 1. Okay, plug it in here. But now, speakers is another question. How do you plug in speakers that are regular and not studio monitors? Okay, so now we have some speakers. These are Logitech a 2.1 system. This is the control module right here. Here's your volume, your power, and your bass volume over here. And over here we have the Scarlett. So, as I mentioned before, it's called a 2i2 because it has 2 inputs and 2 outputs, one of which is a headphone jack, and then we have the monitor outs on the back. So, what we're going to look at now is how to connect a speaker system like this, let's move this over, like this, to the Scarlett 2i2 when it really doesn't have any sort of well, let me show you the inputs here. So we have, these are 1/8 inch inputs, and there's also some more on the back of the subwoofer, which also doubles as the amp for the unit. But what I want to do is connect the Scarlett to this. So what we're going to do is use what we saw before, a TRS. This is an adapter, 1/8 inch, TRS 1/8 inch to TRS 1/4 inch. Also 1/8 inch is also known as a 3.5 millimeter. So I'm going to take this and plug it into the headphones, and as you can see here, there's a volume control. This one is for headphones, this is monitors. Once I do get a set of monitors, I'll be plugging them in the back. So now we're going to take an 1/8 inch cable, and this one, this particular TRS 1/8 inch cable, which is now hovering above the Scarlett, came with the Logitech speaker system. So normal 1/8 inch connectors do not always have an elbow joint like this one does. Most of them are straight, so you'll see they'll look like this end usually, this one here. So, but I like using the elbow joint because this 90-degree angle is perfect for this type of, for the way I use these. So we're going to plug in here, and now we could come and we could plug in right here in, not the headphone, this is headphone out and this is music in. So now we could plug it in right here, or we could plug it into the back. Because for sake of illustration, I'm just going to plug it in right here where you can see it, because that's what matters. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to turn the power on. Right? So now we have power, which we need in order to hear anything from these speakers, and we're going to go ahead and turn the volume to a nice healthy level. And then we're going to come back over into Reaper, and then we're going to come over into Reaper right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to select the audio interface. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. I like this really quick way, so I'm going to click here, and we're going to choose the ISO. I'm going to use the ISO driver, which is our Focusrite, excuse me, Focusrite USB 2.0 driver. And I've requested this sample rate. This is the maximum sample rate. If you want to get more details on that, again, the review video of the Scarlett will tell you. Okay, so everything looks good. Oh, another question I got was, what's the lowest ISO MIDI latency? So right now, you can see it's the input and output is at 2021. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go ahead and push this to 96. Although, when I do hit this OK button, it will force it to 96. Okay. And I'm just going to look again at that ISO configuration because I want to see if it, okay. Anyway, it's not much that you can notice, as you'll see in a minute here. So here we have, I need to load something, don't I? So let's go ahead and open up a recent project. See, we have several of them. And, okay, I don't have access to this. Go ahead and pull this one up. So while we're waiting for that, we can look at the controls here. Over here, we have our phantom power, which is very helpful if you want to plug a microphone in, which we'll go back into that again because I want to look a little bit more at plugging in a keyboard and some of the challenges I had with that. So here our session is loaded, and we have some audio, and let's see. Undeniable, you are unmistakable, you are. Okay. If we come over here, we can adjust the volume. Still you speak to my heart, undeniable, you are. I like to have it at about that 3 o'clock. Okay, so that's just an idea of how it works. And this is the way that I run my speakers because, like I said, they're a 2.1 system. And if you want to get a better look at them, I have a mobile setup video, which you can see the full setup. So that is how you make connections with speakers. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I think next I want to do a video on more specifics of keyboard and recording with the Scarlett, and look out for that video coming soon.